Malky, you're clearly a happy man. Tell us why you're such a happy man after that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're playing against a really good team who come off the back of a fabulous result at the weekend. I think Hibs are probably the team that we played this season that we didn't really give our just desserts against, and to go and play against them tonight and play the way we did and win gives my players great confidence, and should give them great confidence in terms of going ahead in this next 9 games in this short period of time.
Are wins like that just as satisfying as the one at Dens Park?
Massively, because again, you know, and great respect to every team, we're playing against one of the top teams in the division who have just come off the back of a fantastic win, well-deserved win at Hampden and on the League Cup final. You know, so to actually play at home and win at home is important. I want our home supporters to actually see us win and play well, which they did. But I'm really more pleased in the fact that at half-time I challenged them to go out in the second half and give me the same effort and energy, because if we did that then, and we won our first and second balls, I knew that our football would take over. But the challenge is always to go out and replicate it in the second half, and that's the important thing, and they did that to a man. I also spoke to them concerning the impact that our 3 subs had tonight, because I thought Keith Watson at the back, David Kincola in midfield and Blair Spittle up front made a huge change when they came on into the team and impacted the team as well. So it's important with the amount of games coming up that we actually have got all our players ready to go on the pitch and actually impact it the way they did tonight.
Been just 1 game in a month for County. The players look desperate to scratch the itch tonight, and even longer for the fans, because longer than that since they've been here to watch the team.
Yeah, and it's just the way that it's landed. I mean, we've got a huge amount of games, as have most of the teams in the league now, in a very short space of time, after having very little play in the last month. We knew off the back of the Hibs game that was cancelled, we were disappointed with that, because coming off the back of the Dundee win would have given us real confidence. We then have the international break, and then you're looking at a week where we think we're going to play Celtic, and obviously the League Cup means that we're not. So it made it an even longer stretch without a game. We had played away a couple of games before it, so you're right, you know, a long time before a game was played here. And great credit to Davey, our groundsman. The pitch was in immaculate condition tonight. But I'm delighted for our fans to actually be at home and see the team obviously win, but play really well against a good team, and that's what I wanted us to do and achieve here at Ross County.
The game ended pretty frantically in the last 15 minutes or so. Did you worry that those missed chances would come back to haunt you? Maybe a bit of target practice tomorrow? Yeah,
I mean, I was frustrated because, you know, we create 4 golden opportunities that really should be, you know, nearly 1v1s, 4 1v1s, that A, could improve the goal difference, B, put the game out of sight and break their spirits, because like anything at any point, it takes 7-10 seconds for a goal to go in, and a team like Hibs at any point, with the way they play, can score a goal. So yeah, we've got to be more clinical, and if we had been tonight, we'd have been looking at a few more goals. But again, I can't be too harsh on them, because thoroughly deserved in the way that they actually played tonight.
You've been pretty adamant that you wouldn't press the panic button though during County's bad run. Does tonight's performance back up what you've been saying?
I think it's more the fact that I see them every day, and I analyse the games in the cold light of day. I don't analyse the games on results, and I think had we been playing poorly, then you start to look at it differently. I think over the piece, and I think the press have been saying the exact same, that County, we've been really unlucky in terms of some of the games we've played. Opposition managers and press and even directors are saying that, you know, some of the games teams were lucky against us. Now that only counts for so much, but at the end of the day, I'm the football manager that looks at things tactically and doesn't look at it too emotionally. And for that being the case, we've been playing reasonably well this season. We've created chances. We've been clinical a couple of occasions, but we've got to make sure that we are more clinical and we cut out errors. If we do that, then we've been a match for most teams in this division, and I firmly believe that, and we will hopefully do that going forward.
Just a word on Joseph Humble. Similar, I suppose, in a way to how some opposition players react when Martin Boyle picks up the ball. You can see the fear in their eyes retreating towards their own goal. Humble seems to have that about him as well. Just how much of an impact is he having?
I'm really delighted for him. He's a great young man. It's his first real move into men's football. You know, to come up and live away from his mum and having to cook for himself, having to fend for himself, having to be in a male environment where it's in a first team environment. I mean, in terms of actually going out there and playing against men in a challenging environment every week, and he's absolutely risen to the challenge. There's lots of things that he's got to learn about the game, but he's a young man who wants to learn, wants to get better. Is very humble, and you see he lifts bums off seats, he picks the ball up and he runs, and all of a sudden he's got our fans up in the you know, and as you said yourself, you know, opposition then start stepping back the way. He's been very unlucky a couple of times in terms of goals tonight over the past 6-7 weeks, you know, and he's hit the bar twice, he's hit the post 3-4 times. He could have been scoring every week. He had another one tonight, tested the goal again tonight. But what I was delighted with tonight was he got better and better as the game went on. You know, I thought he had a quiet first half, even though he had a run, 1 or 2 runs, and challenged him at half time to go out there and show that he's a better player than I saw in the first half. And to be fair, I went out there and I thought he grew as the game went on, and he was, you know, his energy even in the last 5-10 minutes shows that he's going to be a top player. And I think, as I said, you know, I've got good connections at Watford, and they're good people, and it's a club I know well, and we've worked closely on this deal to have Joe here, and I think it's benefiting both clubs.
Great, all the best for United on Saturday.
Thanks, Andy.